Yo, what is going on, folks? I just want to give my thoughts real quick about King after the 1.05 patch. Like, where is he currently? What do I think about him? I think he has a lot going for him, but he has a lot going against him too. So, I mean, you guys know the basics, right? Like, this is a throw character. He's a grappler. So his throws do a lot of damage. You know, the multi-throws, all that stuff. Let me just do this King's Bridge here, just to show you like the scale of this. Like, he can take a lot of life from multi-throws. And obviously, like, armor, this is definitely his best armor attack. The down back 1+2 absorbs a lot of stuff, and if he can absorb something real late, I covered this in the guide too. Like, if he can absorb something like really late, he can actually punish with hop kicks. Yeah, that stuff is real good. Or just doing the regular follow-up if he needs heat. Like, if he's got some recoverable health, he needs it back, you know, he can get most of it back. So that's a real good way to enter heat for him. Counter hit game, yeah, that's something that a lot of people complain about. I know a lot of you guys in the comments are probably going to show up and show out. Like, why does he still have a 9-frame mid that gives a follow-up on counter hit? Possible ball splat. I think the scaling is a little bit generous, you know, for the opponent. You see, 52 is not that much. See, if this was like any other game, that would be a lot more damage. So, you know, this here, totally different, right? Almost 80. So that's pretty good scaling. But the big thing is definitely the mid counter hit. This is the move that most people complain about. You know, he gets huge damage. Well, I messed it up. Let me try and get this right. Sometimes you drop the tech that you invent. But anyways, 76 from a 13-frame mid poke. Pretty good. And this mid is not a bad mid. Like, it has decent tracking, really good range, and you can just hit confirm the crap out of it. Like, it's very easy to land if you're like really practicing, obviously. But it can get him killed if you like do a regular hit and it's not counter hit. The opponent can duck. So you have to be careful with that. But yeah, the counter hit game is crazy. He still has like the slow counter hit launchers, like the knee from crouch dash that still launches, black bomb from crouch dash and crouch dash 1+2 that still launches. The low, now this is a big one here. This is one of the best lows in the game, mainly because of the speed, the range of it. It used to be +7 before they nerfed it in the 1.05 patch, but now it's just +5. Which is okay. It's still pretty good. He still gets a turn for free. He can still do a throw. He can still do quick mids. He can still do like a quick down 4 or like down forward 4. But any other of his lows, if he tries to go for it, they can interrupt. They can easily crush all of them. But still, really strong low. Really strong. Yeah, his poke game is pretty good, I would say, just because he has the ability to counter hit. Like, the counter hit game is what enhances the pokes and also his throw game. So I think all of that stuff is still really good. So let's talk about the Oki, like the follow-ups and stuff. This move right here, forward 4, it got buffed so much to where you can actually beat most options. Like, if they try to back roll after running power bomb, yeah, forward 4 actually hits. It actually hits everything. So if the opponent doesn't just lay still, so let me just record here. Yeah, if the opponent like tries to side roll any direction, you see that side roll to the right, we're gonna go left. Yeah, you see it hits all of those. Obviously, if they try to do like a spring kick or a toe kick, they're gonna get hit out of that too. So the only options to really avoid that is just to stand straight up or lay straight down. Like, make it whiff and punish it accordingly. So that's really huge. Obviously, it's an easy follow-up for running 3. So yeah, that's actually really good. So this actually helps against a lot of moves. So Steve, he doesn't have too many moves that crush under like mids. Yeah, you see? Wow, that took a lot of tries, but it had the capability. So forward 4 just ends all of that, you know. Anytime, like forward 4 used to be one of those mids that got crushed like a lot. But there's no point in this where it would actually get crushed. And that's a great help against characters like Ling Xiaoyu and Zafina. You don't have to think so hard on what your next turn is. You can just do forward 4 and be done with it, like regardless of the range. See, forward 3 is usually the stance killer move, but you have to be so close for it to actually work effectively. See, Ling, she can't AOP duck under this, only if you're at point blank. But if you're a little bit far, if you're like this distance here, then she can still AOP duck under it. So, yeah, the forward 4 is huge. She can still AOP duck under that too, but regular AOP will still get hit even at this distance. So that's huge, huge, huge stuff. That just enhances his Oki a lot, by like a mile, I would say. So other than that, I would say, like, obviously his weaknesses they're pretty glaring. You know, this backdash, you can't replace that, right? That's, man, that is horrible. But sidestepping is decent, but he's a big character, so he struggles to even sidestep jabs. So let me show you, like Steve. I'm gonna just have him do that, and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, you see the one actually hits, and sidestepping left, you can't even step his jabs to the left. You see that? That is crazy. Yeah, King, big boy, bad movement. So that's a glaring weakness. He has to do like backwards Jaguar step if he wants a better backdash, but that's risky. If the opponent just does like a random heat burst, which I feel should be nerfed. Let's say, oh crap, I need to record this again. Let's see. Yeah, so heat bursts across the board, they have too much range. Yeah, look at this. You still get hit. I had to be like max range to not get hit by that. Yeah, backwards Jaguar step is real susceptible to raw heat bursts, or people just throwing out random like long range attacks that are like heat engages. You can get hit out of it by that stuff. So it's not as great as it used to be in Tekken 7 because he had a better backdash to do before doing the backwards Jaguar step, if you feel me. So yeah, that's all of that stuff is nerfed. So he's not really using movement to get away. He has to take more risks most of the time, unless you just want to block and like lose a bunch of life, a bunch of chip. You have to armor through a lot of stuff. Now this is a real underrated armor attack because you can cancel it and make it plus 22. So you can go for 4-4 neutral 2. It can't be parried. And they can't do anything but block or get hit. So that's a real good option if you want to go for like lows or throws. And I think it can actually be better than going for a Jaguar sprint. That's my next gripe about King. His Jaguar sprint is like after playing the game a long time now, it's not very good of a stance. It's not very good of a stance. Because if they block, if they guess right, let me show you. You see, -8. I was about to say +8, but +8 for the opponent, yeah. Not very good, not very good. It's not your turn. So Steve here, specifically, he can mix you up with like Stump or any mid of choice, and you have to guess. Like you're putting yourself in a guessing game when you do the Jaguar sprint committal. Like you commit to this, then you're in a guessing game. -9, -8, horrible frames if you want to be safe. Obviously, if you want to go low, most people say this is a quick safe low. It's not safe at all. It's -21. Most characters can launch it. So let me show you, Steve. I'm gonna just have him do that. I think that works most times. Yeah, instant tornado. Yeah, you can get floated, and if it hits, it's like, okay, you know, he hits with it. Let me try and back roll here. I still get hit if I try to back roll. If I try to side roll, I got to side roll the right direction, you know, unless you want to get hit again. So you have to stand back up because it's no longer your turn. Now I know you can do something a little bit risky, like a down 3 or down 4, the toe kick, but that's so risky, real risky, and they still lose to like while standing forwards and stuff like that. So he puts himself at a disadvantage. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not very good. And obviously, like the highs, let me turn this off. Yeah, the high extension from Jaguar Sprint, RKO, obviously. Again, I've been playing a lot in the higher ranks against people that know how to fight King. A lot of players are ducking this a lot, and you're getting launched like for free. So it's not very good. And obviously, like, they gave him the 2. It's a high, but it's actually +3 on block and does chip damage, but it has the same risk as doing RKO. So why not just RKO if you're gonna risk doing a high that can be ducked and launched? Because the reward for this on hit isn't really much anyways. RKO is like huge rewards and a huge risk. Jaguar Sprint 2 is a huge risk and a very, very, very low reward. Yeah, the only time it has a better reward is when he has heat activated, because then it's +6. It does 13 points of chip damage. And also by the wall, it's enhanced. It causes the wall crush. You see? That's the only time the risk is, you know, about the same as the reward, I would say. Well, not the same. It's still high risk, and I would say it jumps up to a mid, I guess. A mid reward. Only by the wall. So yeah, Jaguar Sprint is not that good. So I would rather, like, I have to start to make myself, if I'm gonna do this kick here, I need to just hold back and use the plus frames, do stuff like that. You could do running 3, it can't be interrupted. Yeah, use that if you want to do a mid, because if you do Jaguar Sprint, again, it's a risk, you know. You put yourself at a big disadvantage. You don't get multiple turns. Now, if it hits, it's great, you know. The Oki, the damage, real good on hit for that elbow. Damage on this is a 30 damage kick that's homing and mid. Yeah, I'm not trying to take away from that. I'm just saying the stance as a whole is pretty risky. It's risky, and it just makes you lose your turn. Unlike some of these other characters, they have like stances with attacks that can lead to other attacks, delayable strings and stuff with their stances. King is just one big hit, one big guess, that's it. So yeah, I think that using the plus frames is better. Same for the heat smash. Yeah, just cancel it just by holding back. Use that +7 to your advantage instead of you know, trying to guess for game with one big attack that could get you killed. If you do anything that's not a mid, you're dead. Like if you have like low health and they guess right and duck, you know, they can duck you know, 1, 2, and 3 of your options from that. So you have to be real careful. But yeah, I think right now, I think King he's still really strong. Now, I definitely would not put him in the top 5 of characters. I think that's just crazy at this point. Maybe before, like before all the nerfs, when the game first released, he was definitely top 3. Definitely. Yeah, I have no argument against that. He was definitely top 3 because he was broken with the throws and stuff. It was like a bunch of glitches with his armor and all kind of stuff, but you know, he's been getting nerfed every patch in a major way with kind of like whatever buffs. Like I said, the biggest buff is forward 4. You know, his wave dash is made easier, but he loses the high crushing. Yeah, so you can hit him out of this with electrics now. So that makes the matchup against Mishimas approaching them much harder. So yeah, he's been getting significant nerfs. You know, the throw nerfs, they used to be homing. Now they're not. They're back to Tekken 7 pretty much. They made them easier to break on counter hit. All of this stuff is really bad for King. So I think that still, as long as he has his counter hit game, he will still be a strong character. Like heat stuff, like I mentioned, the armored run is trash. It's not very good. The opponent can just single jab that every time and keep jabbing it until he either gets hit by the jab or blocks the jab. So the armored run is it's just a gimmick that people found out how to deal with that day one. And if he hits you with something like up 4 3+4, it's like, what's the difference between that and the non heat version? Because you're still going for a, like I said, the same thing, a risk. So yeah, if he's already got heat activated, let's say he does something like this, again, the opponent can't do anything anyway. So what's the point? Like, what's the difference? You're just wasting heat going for this. So I would say that the biggest thing to do with King and Heat is to try to get a counter hit, make your combos stronger. So let's say you hit with a gut punch, you can do this here. Shout outs to Federer. I think he discovered that. Yeah, you can do a big combo from gut punch with that using the heat, because he can get like 80 damage if you just go for a regular combo. Like, let me show you. Hope the wall isn't in the way. Yeah, this is a straight up 80 damage combo, like a 80 damage B&B from that. But if you use heat, you can get 84 in open field. So that's real good. But the biggest thing from heat is obviously his heat smash. That is the single greatest thing he has in heat. It's the most valuable thing he has in heat. 60 damage, lots of range, plus 7 on block, or plus 12 if he commits to Jaguar sprint, which makes both the mid and the low, I mean the mid and the high, they're both uninterruptible. So the mid is pretty much like the best thing to do from this most times, because most people expect the low or like RKO. So just most of the time do the elbow, guys. Yeah, I know you guys were mentioning like blue ranks and upper ranks and all that stuff. Most of the time, just go for the elbow. Go for the elbow or go for your frames. Just cancel it. Go for a quick poke. If they get counter hit it, down 4-2-1, half-life gone. So yeah, that's the greatest thing to use. And obviously you can use this move here too. Like if the opponent does something like let's see, I think I have the, yeah, if they go for something like that, you can get an easy combo. Yeah, it's not gonna be too much damage, but it's okay. If you need the kill, definitely go for it. So yeah, that's pretty much, his heat is not that great. Using throws to get it back, that's a really good plus for it. But again, it's like, what do you use his heat for? Since the moves that actually use his heat, they're not very good, because it's locked behind this Jaguar sprint that has so many counter plays, it's ridiculous. So you should really just be trying to like armor or do a heat smash. Yeah, that's really what I think his heat has pretty much been reduced to. And they keep nerfing, they nerf. So yeah, I think that's just what you do. But yeah, King is a strong character. He's still top tier, don't get me wrong, just top 5. I don't know about that. I think that's reserved for other characters. Yeah, I don't think you can have so many like glaring weaknesses and still be a top 5 character. You know, the bad movement, you guys have seen in this same video here, like the combo ender that I'm doing at the wall is like a single hit into another single hit, and that's it. Like, he has the worst wall combo ender in the game. His damage is actually a lot better in open field, because if he has to like do wall carry, see, look at this. You do this, now you lose frames and it's only 69 damage. Yeah, he has the terrible, like the most terrible wall combo enders in this game for sure. Yeah, other characters, they get you to the wall, they kill you. King, you get them to the wall, they still can make a couple more mistakes, you know? So, yeah, that's a glaring weakness. Outside of that though, I think his combo damage is good. Like it's average combo damage. And if he uses heat, he gets a little bit extra with heat. But combo damage isn't really out there. It's from the counter hits. Like this is where the combo damage comes in, right here, down 4-2-1. That's where the combo damage comes in at an open field. Or when he gets punishment, like his punishment is really good. 33 damage for that. 2-1, 25, you know, while standing damage. That's real good. He can punish power crushes with throws. Or like back 1-2 or 2-1. That's all still good damage. So I think that yeah, he can punish certain lows with crouch throws. That's all real good stuff. That even myself, like I'm not even utilizing it as much as I wanted to. I just have to play the game more and like really get that stuff added to my gameplay. I think most King players need to do that as well. Like punishing the power crushes with throws instead of back 1-2. Just get all the damage, because imagine if you could like punish every power crush with like muscle buster or like the blue giant swing. That would be great. Let me try and do this here. I think Steve's is no, it's down back 1+2. Yeah, I think his is -12. Oh, it's -13. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna try and get the blue one. Yeah, there it is. You see, even if he tech rolls this, it's still gonna be 50 damage, you know. Unbreakable 50. Or if you just do muscle buster, that's 50. But I think the quickest thing you can do is definitely gonna be you know, tombstone for the most damage. That's 53. Only -1. I wish you could get the like the blue spark Tijuana twister, because then it'll be 55. Oh, I can. Yo, I just learned something. 55 damage. See, if we were doing this to every block power crush that's punishable, yo, King would be doing a lot better. But yeah, that's just what I think about King. What do you guys think about him in the comments? Is he still like a top 5 character to you guys? Definitely let me know. I think that with all of his like good stuff, he has some real glaring weaknesses. Like a real top 5 character wouldn't have so many like huge glaring weaknesses, like to movement, like combo damage. The combo enders are bad. Like I said, his Oki, like the Oki, the counter hit game, the throw damage, having 4/4 neutral 2, all that stuff, the power crushes, all that stuff is great. Those are like 5 huge things. And his heat smash, that's 6. All of that stuff is great. But movement, yeah, the movement is just not good. That's why you don't see like the knees, the Arslan Ashes, the Atifs, any character like tier player, none of them play with King. That is why, because he has too many glaring weaknesses that are they're gonna get in the way in high level. At the highest level, it's gonna get in the way. So shout outs to the John, shout outs to the other King players that are still like repping them in these big events. I'm gonna be joining them eventually. I don't know when, but I'm definitely going to compete again in Tekken 8. So you guys definitely be on the lookout for that. I just have to get stuff, you know, situated. But yeah, I think King is in a good place right now. Don't nerf him anymore. Heck, I would really like if they would revert his Oki for like muscle buster, forward 3, and back 3. I wish they would revert that. I don't know why they nerfed that stuff, but yeah, King is still strong, still top tier. Top 5, no, but top 10, sure. I think he's top 10 still. But let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button on this video if you found it enjoyable or informative or whatever. really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I want to do more little shoot videos like this, just talking off the top of my head about what I think about King or the game or other characters. You got any suggestions for me, like any other suggestions of what videos I could make? Let me know in the comments. I read most comments, I just can't reply to them all, but I'm really grateful you guys are supporting me like this and enjoying the content. So I'm gonna keep on, and I'll see you guys at the next video. You guys have a great one. Peace.